Hello and welcome to the VICIS Studios in Seattle, Washington. My name is Cord Santiago, and today we're going to walk through the fitting process for the ZERO2. So I got Leroy here with me. He's going to be our athlete today. We're going to give him fit, talk through the Delta Pod fit system, stabilizer pad selection, and just kind of what you're going to walk through when you receive your helmet and you're setting it up for the first time. So first thing you want to do before you order your helmet is go ahead and get your circumference measured to make sure you're stepping into the right shell size. So you want a flexible tape for this. What we're going to do is going to take his circumference measurement right around where we want the helmet to ride on his forehead. So about an inch above the brow to the widest part in the back of his head. So I'm going to do that here. Pull that snug. If the athlete has a lot of hair, you'll want to compress the hair to a comfortable level. So he's coming in right under 23 inches. So that puts him square into a large. So we're going to get him set up in a large right now. All right, so first we're going to have Leroy put the helmet on and just kind of assess how it's fitting and sitting on his head out of box here. So the first thing I'm going to look for is just sort of brow height. Make sure it's sitting low enough on his head. So pull that down all the way. Is that where you'd wear it, or how it feels kind of like it's naturally sitting on your head there?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, okay. So what we're looking for is about an inch of distance between his brows and the top of the pad. So that looks right. I'm also looking in the side of the helmet and I'm seeing his ears are lining up with the ear holes pretty well. So what that tells me right now is the helmet is sitting at the correct height on his head. So I don't need to worry about adjusting that top Delta Pod. From here, what I like to do is work my way around the helmet, either start fore and aft or side to side. So for the sake of this right now, I'm gonna ask Leroy how he's fitting front to back. How do you feel front to back?
It feels good front to back.
Feels good? Okay. How about side to side?
It's kind of loose here on the side.
A little loose? Okay. How about at the base back here, kind of at your occipital, bottom of your neck?
That feels good.
That feels good? Okay. All right, go ahead and pull the helmet off for me. So he's happy front to rear. What that tells me is that our rear Delta Pods are a good fit. He said he's loose side to side, so we're gonna take these side Delta Pods and go up one increment in thickness. And then he's also happy with the rear of the helmet. It's worth noting that the base of the helmet here in this occipital location, we have the form liner. And so what that does is it takes the bottom Delta Pod and kind of kicks it in and gives him a little bit more pressure around the base of the neck. If he said he was uncomfortable or felt like it was a little bit too tight at the bottom, I'd remove that by taking that Delta Pod out and removing this foam piece. Now what I actually like to do is just to make sure you get a good side-by-side comparison, I'm gonna remove it and have him put it back on. So go ahead and try that back on. And now I wanna get a feel for the bottom of your neck here. How does that feel? Does that feel better? Or does it feel loose? A little loose? Okay, you like that? So we find a lot of times guys without a lot of hair, or depending on the shape of the back of their head, this sitting kind of at the back of his neck, say right here, helps that bottom pod kind of grab and give him a bit more of like lock on that occipital area. So it's not surprising to hear that Leroy likes this in. So go ahead and pull that back off for me. I'm gonna put the form liner back in, and I'm also gonna step up his Delta Pods on the side to give him a little bit more pressure where he was saying it was loose. Now we got our Delta Pods adjusted, we got the height set. Side to side he's good, front to back he's good. We kept that occipital form liner in. Now we're gonna look at the stabilizer pads. So Leroy, how do those stabilizer pads feel on the side of your face?
They feel a little loose.
A little loose? Okay. All right, we're gonna have him pull the helmet off. We're gonna step up one size and see if that gets into a better spot. All right, so we've gone up one increment in thickness. Go ahead and throw that back on for me. How's that feel now?
Yeah, that feels perfect.
Perfect? Okay, great. Had we put in a thicker pad and he found that it was too tight, we just go back down. And same goes with any Delta Pods. Again, I like to work, front to rear, side to side, and isolate those. Take one step. If you've gone too far, then you know the last pad was the right size. At this point, he's happy with the fit. Again, Delta Pods, stabilizer pads. Now we're gonna pull it off one more time, install the chin strap, and then get that adjusted, make sure he's happy, and then he's ready to play. All right, so now we got the chin strap installed. We're gonna give this over to the athlete, have him put the helmet on, and then adjust the fit of his straps. Make sure it's nice and tight. All right, so go ahead and just push that to where you want it. Yes, button those up. All right, so he's got the helmet on. The chin strap has just been kind of adjusted, sort of a rough fit. So go ahead and push that cup in. And I'm gonna see how much slack I got. So with the cup and the helmet in the right positions, he's pretty loose top on the top straps. I like to adjust the top straps first. It really drives the position of the cup. And then once those are tight, then you can kind of just adjust the bottoms to match. So it looks like he needs, if I pull this now, one of the things I like to do, you can unsnap these top ones and just pull it until it's snug. How's that feel right there on this side?
That's good.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Pull those loose and kind of move them both up. Yeah, tell me when.
That's good.
Right there? Okay, we're about like half a buckle width, so I'm gonna have him pull it off so I can adjust those real quick. Yeah, unsnap the bottoms. All right, so we adjusted the top straps. Now at this point, I'm gonna have him put the helmet on like he has, and then just pull the cup down in a position where you'd wear it. Make sure that this feels right. So how's that feel?
Feels
Tightness-wise, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna do with him holding it there, I'm gonna pull the lowers back just until those are snug, and then I'm gonna adjust the buckle into that position. So I'm just trying to get the slack out here. I'm gonna do this on both sides before I snap it. And then I'm gonna hold them there and see, how does that feel? Feels good? Okay, if he was loose or tight, I'd adjust him a bit more, but at this point, I'm just gonna let him snap them on. Go ahead and just finish popping those. We'll check one more time that he's happy with the fit. All right, so now that we have his chin strap fit, we got his length set, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the helmet off and we're gonna cut his straps. Actually, rotate for me here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut his straps a little bit. I like to cut it to have about 2 inches of strap outside the buckle, and then we'll finish by tucking these in on either side into this vent hole. And that just gives you a nice, clean, kind of streamlined look, and also makes them less likely to pop because that strap tail is inside the helmet and protected. All right, so we got his straps cut and tucked away. We'll have him put the helmet on one last time, double check everything looks good. Yeah, button that one up for me. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Feels good? All right. Okay, so we got his Delta pods adjusted, stabilizer pads, chin strap fit, straps cut and tucked into the shell, and that completes the fitting process for the ZERO2.